Welcome to New Skills Saturday from Elmhurst Public Library. My name is Jez. I am the Adult and Teen Program Coordinator. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a sugar scrub and a sugar lip scrub. These can be made with ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen, and they're great for dry, cracked hands, which happens a lot when we're washing our hands quite regularly, which we are right now. So most of you are dealing with some dry skin, and this is a great way to exfoliate and moisturize your hands. You can also use it on any other part of your body, and the lip scrub is great for when you have cracked or chapped lips. So what you're going to need are some mixing bowls, a spoon, some measuring cups and measuring spoons. You're going to need a container to put the scrub in. So I have some small mason jars, as well as some plastic containers that I picked up from the travel section of the grocery store. So I've got a 2-ounce jar, a 1-ounce jar, and then we're going to need some sugar and some brown sugar for some recipes. You're going to want some coconut oil. If you don't have coconut oil, almond oil will work, as will olive oil. So you can just use whatever you have around the house. We have some different extracts here if you want to give some scent to your scrub. I've also brought some food coloring if you want it to be different colors. And I've got some honey and some cocoa butter. These are not required. They're just for the different types that we might make, and I love cocoa butter, so I want to try that in one of these recipes. We're going to take our coconut oil. We need about 1/4 cup. If you have the liquefied version, you're good to go. Otherwise, we're going to put this in a small bowl and put it in the microwave for 20 to 30 seconds to make it a little bit more liquid. When you have your coconut oil ready to go, you're going to pour it into your mixing bowl. Be careful if you've taken it out of the microwave, it might be a bit hot. Next, you're going to take your plain sugar. Just regular white granulated sugar is fine. You're going to want 3/4 cup. So I've got a 1/2 cup here, and I'll put in another 1/4. And you're going to pour it in with the coconut oil. And then you're going to stir those together until mixed. What you're going to get is this slightly thicker, kind of chunky sugar. If you still have a lot of liquid in here, you want to add more sugar. We don't want it to be very liquidy. We want it to be more of a scrub. Now this next step is optional, but if you want to add some color to your scrub, you can use a couple of drops of food dye. Be careful not to get it on your hands, it will stain, but you just need a couple, so maybe 2 to 4 drops. And then you'll stir it up. Now I chose yellow because I'm going to make a lemon scented scrub first. If you want a brighter color, you can use a little bit more food coloring. You can also separate your scrub mix before you put in the coloring so that you can make rainbow effects. So you'll have a little bit of each color and you can layer them on top of each other. So what you want to do next is you're going to add the scent. Now I'm using some lemon extract. If you have essential oils, you can use those as well. Those would be great. Now, most sugar scrub recipes that you'll find online will measure the scent or the essential oils in number of drops. Mine, I don't have a way to do drops because I'm using extract. So I'm just going to pour a little bit in. I would say probably no more than a 1/4 teaspoon. And remember, you can always add more, but you can't add less, so go slow. And then you're going to stir that up, make sure it gets mixed throughout. From there, all you have to do is transfer it to your jar of choice. If it's a gift, you might want to use a nicer jar, like a mason jar, and then you can add a ribbon or any other kind of decorations. Just spoon it in there. You can also add some vitamin E oil if you can find it. That'll make the scrub really soft on the hands, give the essential vitamin E oils, and that's a nice touch. Also play around with your scents or your essential oils, mix them up, get different combinations. This one I'm just doing lemon, but I do have a strawberry extract that I could add to this to make a pink lemonade. Sugar scrub is pretty versatile. You can substitute lots of different scents or essential oils. You can also switch out some of the ingredients. So for example, if you don't have coconut oil, you can use olive oil. I want to experiment a little bit, so instead of coconut oil, I'm going to use some cocoa butter. And I'm also going to use some brown sugar instead of the white granulated sugar. You're going to use the same amounts. So I wanted a 1/4 cup of the coconut oil, so I'm going to measure out a 1/4 cup of the cocoa butter. That's actually quite a bit, so I'm going to use a little bit less than that. And then we used 3/4 cup of sugar, so I'm going to do the same thing with the brown sugar. And then you can just pour that in the same cup and take your mixing spoon and we'll mix them together. For this one, I'm going to use vanilla extract. Get a great combination of smells between the cocoa butter, the brown sugar, and the vanilla. So I'm going to use about a 1/2 teaspoon. Just measure that out and pour it right in and mix it up. Now the cocoa butter is much thicker than the coconut oil, so it's a little bit squishy here. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more sugar so that we get that nice exfoliating scrub. Put in a tablespoon to start. Do another 1/2 tablespoon or so. You can go ahead and spoon that into one of your jars. Now, in addition to the sugar scrub for your hands, your feet, whatever skin, we're also going to make a sugar lip scrub for when your lips get chapped and you want to make them smooth. So we're going to use a lot of the same ingredients, but in much smaller quantities. So we're going to start with the sugar, and you're going to want about a tablespoon of that. Pour it into your mixing bowl. We're going to get our coconut oil, and this time you probably are better off with the coconut oil rather than the olive oil or almond oil because we want it to be a little bit more creamy. So we're not going to melt it this time either. We've got about a teaspoon. Get that out of there. Okay, and this time we're going to use some honey in addition to the coconut oil and the sugar and the scent, which I'll add in a moment. Now we're not making a very big batch here, and the honey can go a long way. So you're looking for somewhere between 1/8 of a teaspoon to 1/4 of a teaspoon. So we're not looking for very much, so I'm just going to squeeze a tiny bit in here. I'm going to mix these up, kind of smash them together a little bit to get started. Now, lip scrubs in general are a little bit more powdery than the scrubs that we'll use on our hands. So it's okay if it seems a little bit dry as long as it sticks together pretty good. And then we're going to add the scent that you would like. Now, I've got some strawberry extract here, so I'm going to put in just a drop or two of that. Remember, with everything, you can always make more, but you can't make less. So I'm going to start with just 1 drop and see how that is before adding another. And then you can just go ahead and spoon that into your jar. Now with lip scrubs, a little goes a long way, and we're not using any preservatives in these recipes, so it's best just to make a little at a time and make more as you need it later. You can try all kinds of different combinations and colors. There's a lot to work with just using the basic ingredients of sugar or brown sugar, some kind of oil, and either an extract or essential oils. Today I made a strawberry lip scrub. I added some pink food coloring to make it more vibrant. I've got a pink lemonade. This is a vanilla brown sugar. And this one is a fresh lemon. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy your new sugar scrubs. Tell us in the comments what combinations of scents or oils you used and how your process went. Make sure to subscribe to the library's YouTube channel or follow us on social media so that we can learn a new skill every Saturday. Thanks. Have a great day.